Stronger general information about Portugal. Portugal is officially known as the Portuguese Republic, and it is located in the southwestern side of the continent of Europe, specifically on the Iberian Peninsula, where it is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean on the western and southern sides, and is bordered by Spain on the northern and western sides, and its capital is the city of Lisbon, and the system of government is republican. Parliamentary, and the legislative authority is under the authority of the Portuguese Parliament, while the upper house is under the authority of the Portuguese Senate, and the lower house is in the hands of the Portuguese House of Representatives. Braga, Amadora, Almada, Aqualfa-Quezon, Vila Nova de Gaia, Coimbra and Setúbal. Portugal site. Portugal is located southwest of the continent of Europe along the coast of the Atlantic Ocean on the Iberian Peninsula. Portugal is bordered to the north and east by Spain, and bordered to the south and west by the Atlantic Ocean. Portugal extends over an area estimated at about 91,470 square kilometers, and an area of the water is estimated at about 620 square kilometers, so Portugal was classified as the 111th country in the world in terms of area, with a total area of about 92,090 square kilometers, and it was founded in 1139. The capital of Portugal, the city of Lisbon, in English. Lisbon is the capital of Portugal, and its tourist, commercial and political center, as it is located in western Portugal at the mouth of the Tagus River, in English. Tagus square kilometers, and the city of Lisbon is distinguished by being a well-known tourist destination, due to its calm atmosphere and wonderful food, in addition to the many enjoyable activities that can be practiced in it, such as sports, dance and music, and the Portuguese prefer rural life more than life in urban areas, and the most important feature of Portuguese rural life is bullfighting. History of Portugal. Portugal appeared in the 10th century during the return of Christianity to the rule of the Iberian Peninsula, and in the middle of the 12th century Portugal was considered an independent kingdom, and it was ruled at that time by King Afonso I. Then his throne fell due to many disturbances that passed through the country at the time, and Portugal was subjected to an invasion in 1580 the hand of the King of Spain, and became under Spanish rule, and then there were movements to rebel against the Spanish occupation of the country in 1640, which led to Portugal gaining its independence again, as Portugal had stood on the side of Britain in its war against Napoleon, and these political repercussions led to the son of the King of Portugal becoming Emperor of Brazil, and in the 19th century and before the declaration of the Republic in 1910 a civil war occurred in Portugal, and in 1926 AD Portugal became under the rule of the generals due to a military coup, and he remained. This rule lasted until 1933 AD, after which Professor Salazar assumed power, and his rule was tyrannical, but he did not stay long due to illness, and another coup followed, and the Third Republic was declared, and the independence of the African colonies. Portugal's economy. The Portuguese Republic is distinguished by the strength of its economy, as it comes in the 19th place in terms of the strength of the economy globally, as its economy is based on exports and private investments, in addition to traditional products such as clothes, shoes, wood industries, beverages, textiles, and fish, as it is considered one of the largest countries exporting fish in the world. In addition to the booming tourism sector. Sites in Portugal. Azores. The Azores are located in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean, and it consists of 9 volcanic islands, and São Miguel is one of the largest islands in it, and the islands are characterized by hot springs and coastal cities. Lisbon. Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, is located along the bank of the Tagus River located near the Atlantic Ocean, and the city contains many shops, colorful neighborhoods, historical monuments, Gothic cathedrals, alleys, and bridges. Cascais. It is a quiet coastal village characterized by its picturesque beaches that enjoy the warm sun and wonderful yachts. It is also famous for a beautiful seaside resort and a sophisticated nightlife, in addition to water sports, and a distinguished group of artists who greatly attracted tourists to it by displaying their art in the Guimarães Conde Museum located in it. Madeira. Madeira is characterized by many castles, churches, restaurants, and historical resorts. Sintra Mountains. The Sintra Mountains are located on the coast of Lisbon, and contain many palaces such as Pena Palace, and castles such as Neuschwanstein Castle. Porto. Porto extends along the hills that overlook the Douro River, located in the northern part of the Portuguese Republic. Obidos. Obidos is located on top of a hill in the western part of Portugal in the Centro district. The city of Aveiro. The city of Aveiro is characterized by movement, and it is called the Venice of Portugal. This is because of its beautiful channels that connect with bridges. The small town of Evora, with a history dating back more than 2,000 years, it is located in the southern part of the Portuguese Republic, specifically in the Alentejo Plains. Algarve. The Algarve is characterized by a Mediterranean climate, stunning beaches, beautiful towns, and historical places. What are the most important cities in the country of Portugal? The state of Portugal is divided administratively into 18 provinces or cities, and the following are the most important cities in the Republic of Portugal. The capital is Lisbon. The capital, Lisbon, is considered one of the largest cities in the Republic of Portugal, which is characterized by its location near the sea. The capital, Lisbon, is characterized by its various architectural styles, so that the city appears on the successive civilizations. It is also distinguished by its sandy beaches, which are approximately 15 kilometers away. The tourist attractions that distinguish the capital, Lisbon, are the Sporting and Benfica stadiums, in which international and major football matches are held, as well as distinguished concerts. Porto City. The city of Porto for the state of Portugal is the main port, and it is located in the northern part of the country, so it is characterized by its view of the Douro River, as well as its colorful buildings and its famous white and blue tiles. Aveiro City. The city of Aveiro was called Venice of Portugal, due to the networks of canals, pedestrian bridges, and colorful boats that distinguish it from other Portuguese cities. Hydro. Braga City. It is one of the historical centers of the state of Portugal, and it is unique in its wonderful view of the surrounding areas, and what distinguishes it most from the ancient and contemporary cathedrals that can be seen there. Coimbra City. The city of Coimbra is one of the largest cities in the region, and it contains many historical monuments, so that one can visit the oldest universities in the world and libraries distinguished for their designs in this city. City of Evora. This city is more than 2,000 years old, and the city of Evora is distinguished by its temples and churches, some of which date back to Roman times, in addition to its uniqueness in ancient channels, Roman walls, and the Gothic cathedral. The city of Viana do Castelo. This city is distinguished by its architectural features and beautiful landmarks, as well as the Republic Square, which is adjacent to the Santa Luzia Cathedral, which has a unique French design. City of Leiria. Leiria Castle is one of the most important landmarks in the city of Leiria, and it is distinguished as a university city, and in the evenings it is possible to visit its nearby beaches to relax. Viseu City. This city is distinguished by its ancient nature, in terms of alleys that pass between churches and palaces. Faro City. The city of Varua is characterized by the spread of beaches, rocky cavities, and sea cliffs in it, and it is usually preferable to visit it in the summer to enjoy the nature of its weather. Other cities in Portugal. Portugal contains a number of other cities, including the following: Guarda, Santarém, Setúbal, Peca, Portalegre, Castelo Branco, Bragança, Realville. Portugal climate. The general climate in Portugal is affected by regional and seasonal changes in the weather. As the climate is moderate in the interior regions, while on the northern side the influence of the oceanic climate appears, in which the summer is cold, and the winter season is abundantly rainy, and the rate of precipitation ranges between 125 to 152 cm during the year, and is sometimes accompanied by snowfall, and the climate condition is different in the central regions. Witness a fluctuating summer between heat and cold, with a rainy winter, with an average precipitation ranging between 50 to 75 cm annually. The dry climate in Portugal affects the southern regions, and the rainfall does not exceed 50 centimeters in the coastal areas. The average temperature in the capital, Lisbon, ranges between 24 degrees Celsius in July and 4 degrees Celsius in January. General temperatures in Portugal reach 16 degrees Celsius. The euro is the current currency of Portugal. The euro, in English. Euro is the current official currency in Portugal after Portugal officially approved its use in 1999 AD, in place of its previous currency, which was known as the Portuguese escudo, in English. Portuguese escudo, noting that the circulation of the euro began, and the cessation of dealing in escudo in Portugal was in 2002 AD. It should be noted that the euro is known by the symbol euro, while the Portuguese escudo currency symbol was PTE. Euro in Portugal. Since the Republic of Portugal approved the euro currency as a currency in circulation in its various financial transactions, dealing in the euro takes place using the categories of coins and categories of banknotes, and the following are some details about these categories. Euro coins. Euro coins were introduced to the Portuguese financial markets in 2002 AD in the form of 8 metal denominations, namely 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents, and 1 euro, and 2 euros, noting that all of these categories have a common aspect among all countries that deal in euros. It shows a map of the continent of Europe, while the designs of the other side are different. Each country has the right to design the image to be shown on it, and Portugal has chosen different designs for the 3 series of coins. It contains inside it a circle of 7 castles, and 5 emblems. Euro banknotes. Euro banknotes were issued for circulation in Portugal, for the first time, in the year 2002 AD, by the European Central Bank, with an identical design throughout the entire Eurozone, noting that the euro banknotes in circulation are 5 euro, 5 euros, and 10 euros, 10 euros, 20 euros, 20 euros, 50 euros, 50 euros, plus the denominations of 100 euros, 100 euros, 200 euros, 200 euros, and 500 euros, 500 euros. It should be noted that all these denominations bear the flag of the European Union, the map of Europe, and the name euro in Latin and Greek, in addition to the signature of the President of the European Central Bank. Education system in Portugal. Portugal is a European country in which education is administered by the Ministry of Education, Higher Education and Science, and public and private educational institutions are available in it at all educational levels, whether at the school or university level. 15 years old. When assessed in terms of literacy, mathematics and science takes a much higher level than students of the same age from other European countries when subjected to the same assessment. Education stages in Portugal. School education in Portugal is divided into 3 stages, which we explain as follows. Preschool education. This period covers the education of children between the ages of 3 and up to 6 years, which is the age of compulsory education. This class is not part of the education system. The basic education. Basic education in Portugal is comprehensive, free and compulsory. This stage of education, which lasts about 9 years, aims to ensure a common general background for all citizens. This is done through the acquisition of basic knowledge and skills for all individuals. As for the stages that fall under the name of basic education, they are as follows. The first stage, it covers the first 4 years of school, from 1st to 4th grade. The second phase, it includes the following 2 years, 5th and 6th grades. Third level, it covers the lower secondary education stage, from grade 7 to grade 9. High school secondary education lasts for 3 years and includes the 10th, 11th, and 12th grades. It should be noted that each stage is directed to 3 different directions: directing towards more studies, directing towards integrating academic education with vocational education, and finally combining general and technical training and employment. As for higher education, it is accessed after secondary school students pass the national exams. Post-secondary education. This stage lasts for 1 year and targets young people who have completed 12 years of compulsory education and who are over the age of 18. During this stage, they are taught technological specialization courses, which is a highly qualified technical training that guides young people towards work or completing high-level studies. Higher education. Portuguese higher education is a dual system that includes university study and applied arts systems, as universities are considered oriented towards providing strong scientific training that combines learning and research efforts and competencies, while applied arts focus on vocational training and advanced technical training. The official language of Portugal. The Portuguese language is considered the official language in Portugal, and it is one of the Indo-European Romantic languages, which is used in many other countries that have been in direct contact with Portugal over the years, and this language is spoken by 96% of the population, so that Portuguese is used as the mother tongue. There are also several distinct dialects of this language, and Portuguese is used in all areas of life in the country, including writing, communications, and daily transactions. Places of use of the Portuguese language. The Portuguese language is spoken in Brazil and other lands of Portuguese settlements and ancient colonies, and this language is also closely related to the Galician language that is used in northwest Spain, and the Portuguese language is classified as the second most famous Romantic language after Spanish in terms of the number of speakers, as the number of its speakers reached the beginning of the 21st century AD. There are approximately 10 million people in Portugal itself, and approximately 187 million people around the world, particularly in Africa and the United States. Facts about the Portuguese language. The Portuguese language can be identified through the following facts. The Portuguese language is the official language of 8 countries other than Portugal. Contrary to what is commonly believed that the Portuguese language is spoken only in Portugal, it is considered the official language of several other countries. They are Brazil, Mozambique, Angola, Guinea-Bissau, East Timor, Equatorial Guinea, São Tomé and Príncipe, and the Republic of Cape Verde. Only about 5% of Portuguese speakers live in Portugal, and the majority of Portuguese speakers come from outside Portugal, with an estimated percentage of about 21%. The Portuguese language is classified as the 6th most common language in the world, due to the huge numbers of its speakers, and Portuguese is also distinguished as one of the rapidly growing languages, which has the potential to be used in international communication. The Portuguese language was greatly influenced by the Arabic language, so that many Portuguese words of Arabic origin are still used today, as a result of the domination of the Islamic Moroccans from North Africa and the Middle East over Portugal and Spain in the 8th century. Many other languages are used in Portugal, including English, which is the second most widespread language in the country. Its use has expanded in tourist areas such as the city of Lisbon, and the Spanish language is used by approximately 10% of the population of Portugal, in addition to the Mirandi languages spoken by a small number of residents, whose number is estimated at about 15,000 people as of 2017 AD. Demographics in Portugal. The estimated number of Portugal's population is 10,263,850 people, according to the 2021 statistics, and the population density in Portuguese society constitutes various ethnic groups, including immigrants from the Mediterranean region, and the population of African origins who migrated to it during the colonial period, and also a group of European citizens live in Portugal. The Eastern language, and the Portuguese language is the official language in Portugal, and the traditional Mirandes language is used locally, and Catholic Christianity is the most widespread religion among the population, with a rate of 81%. Government spending on education in Portugal constitutes 5% of the gross domestic product, according to 2017 statistics. Geography of Portugal. Portugal contains a range of geographical terrain. The hills and mountains make up a third of the geographical area of the north of the country, and the extension of the Santander Mountains from Spain also shares it. The summit of Mount Serra da Estrela is the highest mountain peak in Portugal, and its height is estimated at about 6,532 feet. The southern and western regions are the lands that start from the slopes and reach the plains and hills, and the wide coastal plains are part of it. The Algarve region is located on the southern side of Portugal, and it is characterized by the spread of plains on its lands with a few mountains and islands of varying sizes between large and small, and it is also one of the areas that contain ancient stone caves. A group of rivers runs on the territory of Portugal, including the Guadiana River, the Douro River, and other rivers, but its internal lands do not contain lakes, and the water bodies are stored in them by relying on dams. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new updates.